Okay, 10.6, secants, tangents, and angle measures. Okay, what is a secant? A secant is just a segment that starts outside the circle and goes into the circle. Okay, remember a chord is a segment in the circle, and then a tangent is a segment that touches the circle at only one point. We don't have an example on this one, but remember a tangent would touch the circle at just one point on the outside. So I'm going to try to summarize basically this whole lesson into some notes over here on the side. Now, what you may want to do is you may want to actually write these on the back of the paper or something like that. But here's what we've learned so far. Remember a central angle. Okay, so let's talk about that. Central angle is equal to the arc. What's a central angle? The vertex is at the center of the circle. Okay. All right. What's another? We have an inscribed angle is equal to half the arc, or the arc is equal to 2 times the angle. Now, what's that mean? The vertex is on the circle. And this is what you want to remember, where the vertex is, okay? So today we're going to learn about a couple others. When the vertex is inside the circle, okay, but it's not at the center, it's just inside the circle. When it's inside the circle, the angle is equal to big arc plus small arc divided by 2. So vertex is inside the circle. And then the last one, vertex is outside the circle. Okay, vertex is outside the circle. Then the angle is equal to big arc minus small arc. I hope I emphasize that enough. All divided by 2. Okay, so these are the main concepts we want to remember as we go through these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block them off so they're separated here, and then we'll come back and we'll reference them as we go through. Okay, so let's take the first problem. We'll make it a little bit bigger here. Where's the vertex? Okay, that's the key. That's where you want to start. Vertex is right here. It's inside the circle. Okay, so let's go back. Vertex is inside the circle is right here. And this one, what do? We do big arc plus small arc divided by 2. Okay, so right here we're going to do big arc plus small arc divided by 2. So if we do that, we get 250 divided by 2, which is 125. Now, another thing to note, I'm going to write this in green right here, 125, is the measures have to go sequentially. What's that mean? Small, medium, large. Small, medium, large. Now, another thing you can do when the angle is inside the circle is look at how far it is. How far is it from 55 to 125? Well, you have to add 70. How far is it from 125 to 195? You have to add 70. Those have to be the same number. Okay, but that only works if it's inside. Okay, let's go to number 2. Where's our vertex? Our vertex is outside the circle. So if we look over, when it's outside the circle, it's big arc minus small arc divided by 2. So big arc minus small arc divided by 2. So if I do that, I get 72 divided by 2, which is 36. So So this would be 36. Now, again, remember what we said. It's got to go small, medium, large. Small, medium, large. Okay, so make sure you understand that concept when you're going through. One thing to note here, these are not the same distance away. Okay, what does that mean? Excuse me. So unlike the other problem, the distance here, that would be plus 47. The distance here, that would be plus 72. Those are not the same, okay? And the reason is because the vertex is out of the circle, okay? So that concept does not work here. So make sure you understand that. When it's outside, you subtract, but the distance between them is not going to be the same, okay? All right, let's keep going here. Where's the vertex? The vertex is outside. What do? We do big arc minus small arc. Here's the problem. I don't know small arc, but I still set it up the same way. Big arc minus small arc, divide by 2, has to equal the angle, which is 41. Now, the easiest thing to do here is get rid of the 2, and to do that, you multiply both sides by 2. So you get 159 minus x equals 82. Subtract 159. If you do that, get my calculator out here. So 82 minus 159 would be negative 77. Now that's negative x. So x would be a positive 77. Okay, now let's write it in here, 77. Again, pay attention. Small, medium, large. Small, medium, large. Okay. All right, number 4. Where's the vertex? The vertex is on the circle. I'm looking for the arc. So in this case, this is what we have learned is an inscribed angle. Since I'm looking for the arc, then I'm going to use this one. The vertex is on the circle. Sorry, right here. Vertex is on the circle. The arc is twice the angle. So all I do is I come over here, I take the angle, and I'm going to multiply it by 2. So 93 times 2 would be 186, and that would be the arc. Okay, number 5. Where's our vertex? Our vertex is in the circle. So when it's in, we do big arc, which is x, plus small arc, 70, divided by 2 equals the angle, which is 115. So again, I'm going to multiply by 2 here. So x plus 70 equals 230. Subtract 70. I get x is 160. Okay. Now, again, let's look at that. What do we have? Small, medium, large. Okay. All right, let's keep going here. What happens here? The only thing that really changes here is now we have equations. We don't just have numbers. We still use the same concept though. Where's my vertex? It's on the circle. So in this case, the angle is equal to half the arc, or I always prefer the arc is equal to 2 times the angle. And the reason I like that one better is because I don't have a fraction. So I get 3 plus 65x equals, I do that on the calculator, I get 198. Subtract 3. 65x equals 195. Divide by 65. Sorry about that little dot there. So x is 3. Okay. What about this one? Where's the vertex? That's what you always start with. Vertex is outside. So what do we have? Big arc minus small arc. Big arc minus small arc. Divide by 2 equals the angle. So I'm going to simplify on the top here. Those combine, so that's going to be negative 58 over 2 equals 56. Again, let's get rid of that 2 by multiplying. So I get 17x minus 58 equals 112. Check my math here, yeah. Then I'm going to add 58. So I get 17x equals 170 divided by 17. So that's going to give me x is 10. Alright, almost done. What's different here? The only thing different here is now we have to plug in. So we're still doing the same concept with the problems. Okay. Where's our vertex? It's on the inside. It's on the inside. What do? We do big arc plus small arc. 199x plus 1 plus 53x minus 1 divided by 2 equals the angle, 127x minus 1. So just a lot of algebra here. Let's just go and get rid of the 2 now. Now when I do this, you got to make sure you do distributive property here, okay? So that gives me 199x plus 1 plus 53x minus 1 equals 27 times 2 is 254x minus 2. Combine those, that's 252x. The ones here are going to cancel, equals 254x minus 2. I'll subtract the 254x. So that's negative 2x equals negative 2. Divide by negative 2. If I do that, I get x is 1. Now, what's it ask for? It asks for angle RQS. RQS. So I need to take 1, plug it back in here. So that's 127 minus 1, which is 126. Now, a good idea would be to go back and plug it in actually to all of them just to check. So if I plug 1 in here, I get 200. And then if I plug 1 in here, I get 52. And the reason I say that, make sure small, medium, large. So that works. All right, one more, and we're done. I know it's a lot today. Okay, where's the vertex? Outside. So what do? We do big arc minus small arc. Again, put that in parentheses. Divide by 2 equals the angle, which is 5x minus 1. Now, why do parentheses? Because you got to do distributive with the negative. So you get 170 minus 5x plus 8. Now I'm going to get rid of my 2 by multiplying. So again, distributive here. It's going to cancel. So I get 170 minus 5x plus 8 equals, do my distributive, 10x minus 2. Combine those, that's negative 5x plus 178 equals 10x minus 2. So I'm going to add 2. So that's negative 5x plus 180 equals 10x. Add 5x. Scroll down here a little bit. So now I get 180 equals 15x divided by 15. And 180 divided by 15 is 12. Now, what do I do with that? I go back, see what the question asks for. The question asks for SU. SU. So arc SU. So what I'm going to have to do here is take 12 and plug in to that. So I have 5 times 12 minus 8. 60 minus 8 is 52. That's my answer. Now, again, a good idea would be to go back and plug it in here. So if I plug 12 in up here, that's 60 minus 1 is 59.